Folks, I fear we've lost control. I'll get into that and then the latest home prices and insights for the city of Toronto for week ending January 29th, 2025. Are we losing control here? I think so. Last year, somebody called me saying, Santo, I'm looking to sell. I'm not ready just yet because the market isn't where we need it to be, but I'm calling basically to put you on notice that as soon as we're ready, we need to move quickly and put the home on the market. I offered to come over to their home. Let's look at what we got to do to get the home ready for sale. So that way, when they're ready, the home's already ready. Their attitude, no, we got that under control. We know what to do. Just wanted to make the connection and speaking and, exchange our details. But Santo, we're going to call you when we're ready. Okay. About 4.5 months went by. We spoke a few times in between. It was never really serious conversations, but just every now and then we'd touch base. They'd ask, how's the market? What's happening? About 4.5 months later or so, I see the properties listed for sale by the lender under power of sale. So here's a family that had severe financial pressures on them. They obviously weren't paying their mortgage. Yet their own personal financial situation took a back seat to when's the best time to sell, because the market wasn't so great at the moment we were talking. They were waiting for a more opportune time when the market was better. But in the meantime, they lost their home. That's an extreme example. I see this every day. I'm working with buyer clients right now. I'm smiling because I'm joking around with them quite a bit. I'm half joking, half serious when I say to them, are you sure you want to buy in this area? And the reason I say that is they're adamant this one area, this neighborhood we're looking in, is the up and coming, the part of Toronto where values are going to go up the most in the next 5 years. They're adamant. They've done all the research. They've spoken to whoever they got to speak with. They're adamant. Now, this area that we're looking to buy in has no relation whatsoever to where their family and friends live, has no relevance whatsoever to where they work, has no relevance to where they personally spend their time in. They've got to leave the area to do everything that they would normally do. Yet they're convinced this is where they want to be, even though they know in another area, homes would suit them just fine, maybe even be better value, but this is where they want to be because of the future investment. And they've asked me to validate what they already believe to be true. And my attitude is who with accuracy can say for sure where prices are going to be in 5 years? I can't say that for sure. Nobody can. But they're asking me to validate that. And my attitude is maybe. I'm not discrediting it and saying, no, it's not. It may be true. It may not be true. I can't say with certainty. Nobody can. Just yesterday with this whole tariff thing going on, I spoke to people a few times before this whole, when it was first announced that tariffs were going to be introduced here, huge tariffs. And the question was, how are these tariffs going to affect our decision to buy and sell? And so we get into that conversation. Well, yesterday with the announcement of tariffs getting postponed, I get those people calling me back. There's different people saying, hey, does it make sense we do something before, like in the next 30 days? Is this the right time to buy and sell? Or do we wait till after the tariffs? Do we wait to see then? Man, there's so much information out there. It seems everybody is an economist. Everybody is an investor. Everybody's a financial advisor, even if they're looking to buy their first home or they're just looking for a larger home because their family has grown. The reasons they're looking to buy is based on external factors. It's based on so many other things in the world especially on the financial side of things, happening a certain way that now they're ready to do what they want to do. Helping people buy 10 years ago and helping people sell 10 years ago, very different a lot of times than me helping people buy and sell today. The external factors affecting people's decisions, well, information doesn't just trickle out at us for us to absorb and what makes sense and what doesn't. Information is coming at us like it's coming out of a fire hose. There's so much. I think people are really losing sight of, why do I need a bigger home? Why do I want to buy in the first place? Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? It's based on some event happening in a world where, okay, press the button, now's the right time. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the thoughts below. If you think this video can help somebody please pass it along. If you get value from what we're talking about, subscribe. And if you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. There's a link below this video in the description. The link is to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you, and we'll talk about whatever's on your mind. Now, let's get into the numbers. Here we go, folks. City of Toronto. Here's a quick summary of detached, semis and towns pretty close. Although we're focused on the freehold market for this show, I do have condos here as reference. An average sold price for condos, $715,000. The detached average sold price, $1,541,000. Let's go with that. The detached for the City of Toronto, detached properties for week ending January 29th, 102 were sold. 19 of those were at $2 million or more. Sales trending upwards. It's no surprise, though, that's what we expect at this time of the year as we have come out of the holiday season and head towards, at some point, we're going to see a spring market start to emerge. We do expect sales to be increasing. We saw it last year. We're seeing it again this year. Average sold price could really go either way, and right now it's starting to climb a bit. We're now at $1,541,000. Although it's been climbing from a low of $1.4 million, we're way off the mark where we were last year in May. We're much lower right now. Compared to last year, 1,541 is 9% lower than where the average sold price was a year ago. The median price is 2% lower. Median price is $1,310,000. Of the 102 that sold, 43% sold at list price or more. Listings trending upwards. Active listings, they were increasing, but from one week to the next, they really only went up by one more active listing. And months of inventory trending down. We're sitting at 2.9 months of inventory, right at the top end of what we would say is the seller's market, borderline bottom end of a balanced market. And that's the whole city on average is sitting at 2.9 months of inventory. But when we break the city down into 9 different sections, and I'm not saying at all that these are small micro markets. I mean, there's so many different types of markets within these 9 sections that I've broken down. But even the way I have it now, if we look at Scarborough's at 2.3 months of inventory, outperforming the whole city. East York, so 1.3 months of inventory. Rexdale, Downsview, 2.1 months of inventory. And then you get other neighborhoods going the other way. Midtown, the York Mills, Rosedale area, average price is over $2.9 million, 4.2 months of inventory. Willowdale, Bayview Village area, 9 months of inventory right now. And those months of inventory will change because some pockets, a lot more aggressive. We're seeing a lot more properties coming out with an offer date strategy just because there's more activity, or even if there's not more sales, there's more buyers looking, there's fewer choices, and sellers are confident or have the confidence that, hey, if we list it low, we put an offer date, we maybe get buyers competing. And we're seeing that more and more right now. Semi-detached properties. 47 were sold for week ending January 29th. 4 of those were at $1.5 million or more. Average sold price is $1,129,000. 1129 is 7% lower year over year. The median price is $1,070,000. That's 8% lower than where we were this time a year ago. And months of inventory, really low for semi-detached properties. It's 1.3, 57%, more than half of the semis that sold at list price or more. Townhomes, these are freehold townhouses. For week ending January 29th, 9 sold, only 9, not a lot, and those sales are really not looking like they're trending up right now, but 9 sold, a big percentage, a third. 3 of those sold at $1.5 million or more. With that still though, average price came down to $1,108,000. 1108 is 3% lower year over year. The median price is 10% higher year over year. Months of inventory down to 2.9 months of inventory, and 56% of those 9 that sold at list price or more. Here's a quick summary of months of inventory. Pretty much you're gonna kind of get the experience depending on which neighborhood and which price point, but overall in general, we're at the very top end of a seller's market. So yeah, you'll get some situations where there's competition on those properties, and then you get others, it's more of a balanced market. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.